So you would look like flip-flops, board shorts, relaxed. Yeah, there's like a beach bum, right? Or a traveler. That's what they would want. Or like a Casey Neistat or something. Yeah, domain-specific authority. This is the same reason why, depending on who your audience is, when I say audience, how small can an audience be? Yeah, one person, right? When whoever your audience is, you would alter your stories to fit better with their blueprint. So if I'm telling a story to a group of 1,000 fitness professionals, I'm going to change my stories up a little bit versus if I'm teaching it to 500 pickup artists. Right? I could tell the same story. I could tell the same, is that your pickup line story? But I'm going to change specificities. I'm going to change things I focus on in the story to match what they want to know more about. If I'm teaching a pickup artist, then I'm going to focus more on the dynamics between me and her and state control and challenging and frame control and things like that. But if I'm teaching it to fitness professionals, and just an idea, and maybe I'm focusing on how to sell fitness and frame control in a sales or negotiation situation, I would focus more on that in the story with her, as opposed to the other stuff and how I pulled her home that night and so on and so forth. Does that make sense to you guys, yes or no? Yeah. Okay. So what else do you guys want to talk about in relation to authority and using authority for yourself? Yeah?
So for my copy, it's about selling popularity. How do I establish that authority starting out? I don't have pictures with them. So in what ways could what would be a great way to dress?
So what are you selling?
Popularity.
You're selling popularity.
Yeah.
So what kind of images would demonstrate popularity?
Like center of attention images.
Mm-hmm. Being the life of the party, being surrounded by lots of people, happy, smiling, everyone's toasting, shots like that.
Right.
Okay, so that's one way you do it with images. What else? Well, if you're a popular person, then you probably know other popular people, don't you?
Right.
So pictures with you and other popular people would make sense. Would it not? Can you get those?
I'll figure out a way.
You know what the problem is also in the way you're thinking about it? Is your standard for who's popular is too high right now. When I say get pictures of popular people, who are you thinking about?
Celebrities.
Yeah, give me a name.
Michael Bublé.
Really? That's what you thought about? Okay, so rhyme again.
Ryan Gosling.
So you want to get a picture with Bublé and Gosling? Yeah, it'd be a legendary photo. That would be incredible. But here's the thing. In this room right now, you have popular people in this room that you can get pictures with. Anyone who is a product creator and has customers is popular. How could you not be?
Cool.
What if you got a picture with you and Tyler and you put it on your site and you said, hanging out in California with my buddy Tyler, creator of the Drum Anywhere system, creator of the best-selling Drum Anywhere system. They don't fucking know what it is, but it's, again, this is all about shortcuts. Right? It makes it sound like, does that make sense? Yeah, that's what you want. And the other thing is your ideas. So even if you're not an authority yet, well, Dale Carnegie is, right? How to Win Friends and Influence People is. So you can then talk about the 15 million copies of his best-selling book sold and those principles and those ideas and how many people love them. That gives you authority right there as well.
Right.
Lots of different ways to demonstrate authority. Right? And another way to demonstrate authority we haven't talked about yet is really good cold reading. You know what cold reading, if we really define it, how I define it? Demonstrating an authority, demonstrating an understanding of someone else's world. That's what cold reading is, or warm reading. Demonstrating an understanding of someone else's world. And if you demonstrate an understanding of their world, doesn't that make you an authority of their world? Like you're an expert on their world.
Which is why the storytelling comes in, right? That whole...
It can come in that way. Yeah, like this is from NLP. It's like pacing someone's reality. Same thing, demonstrating understanding of the world. So saying something to a girl like, you know, when you're with a guy that you're really attracted to and he's really attracted to you, you start to feel like you have a slightly higher sex drive with him. Like maybe not all the time, but when you're with the right guy, there's a side of you that just gets unleashed, and it's almost like it's all you can think about all the time. If you say it to a girl, is she going to disagree?
No.
No. Especially if you have some report now. And now, what is she thinking, really, though? Holy fuck, how does he know that? You've just demonstrated an understanding of her world, therefore making you an authority on her. Also, something that Oren Klaff talks about in Pitch Anything is creating local star power. He calls it local star power. It's a great name. What that means is directing a conversation only onto the subjects that you are a fucking expert on and only talking about those things. Therefore, to you and this person, you seem like an authority because, like, if I'm talking to you and you're just on the street, random person, random dude, and I steer it towards female attraction and then I just start dropping fucking bombs on this stuff, after 3 minutes, what is he thinking? I'm an expert, right? And again, halo effect. We know when we give someone a halo in one area, we unconsciously apply that halo and we assume that they're this much of an expert at all this different stuff. Halo effect does not make you domain-specific expert. It transfers to all of them. It's the same reason why if your brain gives a hot girl the halo effect, you automatically assume that she must have better sex than most people, she is happier than most girls, she's healthier than most girls, and her life is just better than most girls. Because you gave her the halo effect in one area, it transfers over to others. So if I create local star power, I get a halo on this one area, you actually make the faulty assumption of assuming that I'm brilliant at all this other stuff, even though I probably am. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's another way you can do it as well. And that's why, especially like on sales calls, cold reading is huge. Demonstrating understanding of your prospect's world is an excellent way to make them realize, holy shit, he knows more about what I'm going through than I do myself. Right? There's an old saying in marketing, which is when you can describe someone's problem better than they can themselves, they will forever trust you to have the solution. If you can describe the problem better than they can themselves, they will assume you have the solution. So in that case, I don't even need to sell you on my solution. I just need to show you that I understand your problem better than you do yourself. And you'll just trust me on whatever solution I recommend. This is called doctor writing a prescription. Does the doctor have to sell you on the medicine he's telling you to go take at CVS? No. But why do you trust it?
He's a doctor.
One, he's a doctor, but why else? Because you could go in there, and you're like, I'm fucked up here, and he could be like, I know what you have. Go take these pills. Yeah, you wouldn't go take the prescription. You wouldn't go take the prescription if that's all he did. You'd be like, how do you know what I have? Right? When a doctor gives you a prescription, why do you trust it?
You think he knows your problem.
He didn't sell you on like the features and benefits of the fucking medicine. Comes from the Amazonian rainforest, 37 placebo, peer-reviewed, blah, blah. No, he didn't say any of that shit. He just asks you about what you're going through. So how can I help you today? So what's going on with this? So is it more like here, or is it more here? Okay, interesting. Is it more here or more there? Okay. And how long is it going on? Okay, interesting. Let me run a couple tests. And then he does shit to your arms and he taps stuff. You don't know what the fuck he's doing. But you just assume he's like gathering data so he can discover what your problem is. And then he taps here and he clicks there and he listens here and he puts a blood pressure thing, he takes it off, he goes, all right, here's what you got. You got this, I want you to take this for the next 5 days. See you later, you'll be fine. And you don't question it at all. Now you go straight to Walgreens or CVS, you fill that script and you start taking the pills. He didn't sell you at all. All he did was make you think he knows exactly what your problem is more than you do yourself. Therefore, you trust that he has a solution. That's how all selling should be. Yeah.
So my sister, I just started out as a doctor.
Your sister?
Yeah, she told me stories of how so many doctors screwed up, like fucked up.
Yeah.
And like we have no idea because the trust in doctors whenever we see them. But so many of them fucked up, gave the wrong diagnosis.
Happens all the time.
So I threw my prescription out in May as soon as the doctor gave it to me.
One of the top leading causes of death in America. Also taking alcohol.
Yeah, they say fuck up all the
I do it all the time.
It's iatrogenic causes.
The doctor told me I was just being a pussy. But it turns out I had a neurological nerve condition. Those were his words. Those were his words. Yes, it is. Pussy-titis.
So what else do you guys want to know about authority? What else are you guys thinking? Yes?
How to establish authority in the beginning of like a sales video without needing to go on too long about it, but still have to be impactful. I struggle with this on my front end sales video.
You do. So besides, you mean on top of everything we've already talked about so far here?
Yeah.
All the associations and stuff like that. Name dropping is big. Name dropping meaning other people that you've worked with or you've recorded in the same studio with. Associations are huge in terms of establishing authority. And the other one is your hero story, your rags to riches story, your us versus them story, your hometown boy makes good story. Meaning those stories create a lot of authority because if they listen to it and they hear that you went through the same thing they did and yet you came out on top and they haven't yet, they assume you also must have the solution and now they trust in your credibility and they're willing to listen to you. So the right story is ideal. You need to find out who's listening, who's watching, and what story do they need to hear to unconsciously assume I know what they need.
Is it worth taking?
But are you selling to people who already drum or people who've never drummed before?
Mostly people that have never done before.
Right. So a rags to riches story doesn't really make as much sense here.
Yeah.
All they need to know is that you're a drumming badass. So name dropping other bands you've worked with, associations, studios that you've recorded in, people who have come to you for lessons, the number of people that you've taught or have shown how to play the drums, the size of audiences that you've played for, pictures of you on stage, pictures of you playing for happy people somewhere, pictures of checks that you've gotten paid to play the drums and things like that. All those things are going to create authority. There's your fucking list, by the way. Okay?
You do a pretty good job though in the very beginning, like.
No, don't validate him. He wants to step it up, all right? He wants to step it up, yeah, Zach. And I want him to step it up.
Yeah.
Always better, yeah.
So I know that the power of introduction is a huge kind of transfer of like authority and get into the inner circle. Is that like a way, for example, like for Tyler's drumming, if he got a sizzle, where it's like people kind of introducing him.
Well, you've seen my sizzle, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, like the best thing, if you guys ever go speaking anywhere, like it's always better if you can have someone introduce you before you come out. Like you guys come to the summit, do I come out first or someone else? Someone else comes out and introduces me, right? Not anymore. Did he do the last one?
No.
He wasn't. It was McGinn at the last one, I think. Yeah. If someone introduce you, or you have a video. So like, for instance, if Bedros goes and speaks somewhere, he sends the event coordinator a sizzle video that they're gonna play before he comes on. You guys remember Mike Koenig's?
Oh yeah.
How good was his fucking sizzle before he came on stage?
Insane.
That was an insane sizzle. Yeah. And it was like 4 minutes. It just went on and on and on. Right, but by the time he comes on stage, how much authority did he have created for him? Insane amounts. Yeah, insane amounts. And of course, do you think that just happened? He had a good sizzle and he's like, oh, I'll play it? Or do you think he spent like 3 days focusing only on that for every speaking gig that he does? What if you're doing a webinar? Wouldn't it be a good idea to have someone come introduce you first? When Tony Robbins goes on Home Shopping Network and he sells his courses, is it him by himself now, or how does it work? Have you guys seen it? I've seen it because I downloaded it and I've watched it 40 times. All right, it's good. Let's get this up here. So Tony gets most of his new customers today from 2 avenues, which is he does a book. He's done 2 books in the last 3 years. So a lot of new people buy his books and discover him. And he does Home Shopping Network television. And his third, actually, so his Date with Destiny. Has anyone ever been to a Tony event?
Yeah.
Which one do you go to? UPW?
Yeah.
How was it?
That was amazing.
It was amazing?
Yeah.
Did you get a lot out of it after?
Oh yeah.
Like your life changed?
Yeah.
Good. Have you gone to the other one?
No, I want to.
Okay. Date with Destiny. So 3-4 years ago, you go to Date with Destiny, which is his main program. There would be about 2,000 to 3,000 people there. Now, he had a Netflix special. His Date with Destinies now have 7,000 to 10,000 people there.
That Netflix special was amazing.
It was like one of the best Hollywood directors. Like, Tony spent a lot of money on that. It was a good investment, right? It was a very, very sound investment. His UPWs, how many people were there when you went?
14,000.
When did you go? You went recently in the last couple of years, didn't you?
August, it was?
Oh, you went August.
I think August, yeah, something like that.
So since Netflix, his UPWs have 15,000 to 20,000 on average. Before Netflix, 4,000 to 5,000. Impressive. All right, so let's see if he comes out first or if they do different things to help his authority at the start of this.
What an amazing night it's been, folks. And if you've been watching HSN just a few short hours ago, we were all so excited and thrilled to launch on the network Mr. Tony Robbins, the ultimate #1 worldwide, truly the best when it comes to life, business, strategy coaching. You say the words Tony Robbins and everybody knows this gentleman. He has helped empower so many millions of people, and tonight he is here to empower you. So let me tell you a little bit about the offer. Because tonight already, with 1/3 of the entire quantity spoken for, here's what you're going to receive. The biggest and best yet. You get, first and foremost, we love the addition of this. This is Money Master the Game, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. One of Tony's biggest selling books of all time. He's been out there, he's spoken to some of the world's most successful people, and he's put it all together to help us find really what we're looking for.
How much authority have they used already?
Yeah.
Can you name them all?
Millions of people.
He's empowered millions. He's here to empower you.
Bestseller.
When you think of him, you think of the best. Everyone knows him, so using social proof to create more authority. We're so lucky to have him here with us.
Time's valuable.
Yeah, he's valuable. We're lucky. Yeah, he's fucking everywhere. Yeah, let's keep going. Also, talking about the book, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. What did he say right after that? He talked to some of the world's most successful and the world's best for this book. It's all about authority.
That's included. Ultimate Edge includes Personal Power Classic. It's a set of 7 CDs. Over 50 million people have benefited from them. Excuse me, those.
50 million?
Edge, a set of 8 CDs. Inner Strength, a set of 5 CDs and 2 DVDs. We're also including the personal journal as well, which we love, so you can really note down and take down all the wonderful things that you're about to learn and discover with Tony. But there's more, hang on. You're also going to get Power Talk. This is brand new and a new addition for you in this set. So you're going to get the Ultimate Resource Guide, 3 CDs and a companion book. You're going to get Power Talk Rules, the source of your pain and pleasure.
Remember I said before, we're talking about James, people from China, they assume like they know more because they're from a far-off land?
Yeah.
Does he have an American accent? Is he selling to American people?
Yeah.
Why would they get a guy with a British accent if he's selling to American people?
That's British.
More authority.
They associate British people with being more sophisticated, intelligent, and
More authority. Yeah.
authority.
Okay, that's not by accident.
We're also including, and this is where it gets really crazy, so many valuable extras. This one is a free personal profile assessment. This is a huge value. I did this just the other day and this was awesome. The value of this, when you look at it, is $250. We are including this for everybody that orders tonight. Also, this is the digital download. So many of you have been asking Tony to do it. He's doing it tonight. Basically, everything we're going to share with you now can be on your mobile device 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we're excited about that. Not only are we including that, we're also including this, a coaching session, a free coaching session to help you on your way. The value of
Do you think they coach you in that coaching session?
is another
What do you think they do?
$200. And then